All right. Well, hello everybody. First off, a little bit of a programming note. Unfortunately, due to a bit of a miscommunication, I don't believe Tim will be here tonight. I guess there's a little. I think there was just a breakdown communication. Totally on my end. I should have made sure that he. But yeah. So it looks like I'll be doing this show on my own tonight. First time in a while that I've actually done the show without a co-host. Just give me a few minutes. I got to do a couple other things real quick, and then we'll probably get started soon enough here. But while I'm gone, I'll go ahead and put some music on for you guys. Be right back. Hello. Okay. So, um, anyways, we're all right, and just to let you guys know, looks like I'm going to be doing a show to myself tonight. Um, and there's a little bit of a breakdown communication with my scheduled co-host tonight. Had a little confusion on the time. So, anyways, we do have a third person here. So, hope you're doing well, and thank you for the like and the share. Um, why don't we go? I guess since we have another person in here, I guess we can go ahead and get started. So tonight, I'm going to be going up. We're going to be continuing our trip to May of 1939. I'm going to be introducing you to the Flame, who is a superhero as a part of the Fox Feature publications group of heroes. Going to be looking at Wonder World Comics Volume 1, Number 3. The first thing we're going to do, of course, we're going to take a little brief look at who the Flame is and what his powers are, and then we are going to get into the book. So, without any further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started with that, since we do have at least one other person here. So, I will go ahead and get started. Let's see. All right, so Flame. Flame was a fictional superhero that appeared in comic books published by Fox Feature Syndicate. The Flame first appeared in Wonder World Comics number 3, July. Now, that's cover date, July 1939. He was created by writer Will Eisner and artist Lou Fine. This was, of course, after the situation with Wonder Man, in which DC had sued Fox for copyright, believing Wonder Man was basically a version of Superman. Um, so after that debacle, they decided to go with um, with the Flame here. So, anyways, let's look a little bit more at who the Flame is. Normally, I don't do the fictional character biographies because we usually will get through those. I figure this one is this one we should probably should do since we don't, since we, he's not as well known. The Flame's secret identity is Gary Preston. When Gary was a baby, his father, Charteris, Charteris Preston, worked as a missionary in China. The elder Preston was washed away in a flood, but managed to save baby Gary by placing him in a basket. Basket was washed downstream in Tibet, where Gary was rescued by a group of lamas. They raised Gary in the lamasery, where they trained him in mystical ways. Through this training, Gary gained the ability to control fire and temperature, including his own body temperature. He also gained the ability to travel from place to place by materializing inside a flame, even a match flame. When he reached adulthood, Gary returned to America to fight crime as the Flame. Wonder World Comics number 30, which covered October 41. The Flame was joined by a female sidekick, Flame Girl. Flame Girl was secretly Linda Dale, who was given powers similar as the Flame. Gary Preston was injured. Powers and abilities. Just to reiterate what his powers and abilities are. Hey, Rick. Hey, Lorenzo. Let's see. Probably can't stay too long. I've been feeling under the weather lately, but wanted to say hi. I appreciate you stopping by my channel. Yeah, no problem, Lorenzo. Kind of wish you had a little more stamina right now because I could always use a co-host. And I know, Rick, I know you're at your convention, so I understand you can't do it. But thanks for dropping in, guys. That does help. Hopefully, you guys will at least enjoy what we're going to talk about tonight and what we're going to go through. So, yeah, as I was saying earlier before you guys got here, I think there was a bit of a miscommunication with Tim. As you know, I guess he didn't understand. I put this more on myself. I am home. Oh, you're home now. Um, Hey Rick, if would you be willing to come on then? If or are you just are you too tired? If you're willing, I can send you the link, and then I can send you the StreamYard link, and then if you want to hop on here, we go through this. Yeah, I can come on. Okay. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna go ahead and send you the link then. Give me a couple of minutes. Okay. And come on, give me. All right. Well, I'm gonna send you the link, and then you just come on when you can. Um, All right, Rick. I just sent you the link, and then when I was over, I sent you the link on Facebook. So whenever you're ready to come in, and I just saw possibly it looked like Matt or Tim rather maybe on. So I'm gonna go check something here real quick. Active now. All right. All right. I'm gonna actually go off camera here for. Yeah. Let me just do this. All right. So, anyways, so I guess unless somebody comes in here, yeah. Anyways, Rick, I just sent you the link, and I thought I saw Tim online there when I was over at Facebook there. So, guess we'll just have to wait and see if he is. Um, anyways, let's get back to this. One last time, just if I got any replies, message wise. Okay. All right. So, anyways, ah, all right. So, anyways, let's get back to this then. Let's get back to this learning about flame powers here. So, anyways, thanks to its training, the flame has the ability to control fire and heat. He can raise his own body temperature to the point where he can burst into flames or melt bullets. Um, he can control and direct any flame, um, in his presence. He can also teleport from place by by appearing inside of any fire source, no matter the size. The flame's one weakness is water, of course, which can severely weaken him. In order to provide fire whenever he needs it, the flame carries a small pistol-sized flame. So he's in a way, he was kind of like Pyro from Marvel Comics. You know, he couldn't create fire, but he could manipulate it. He could manipulate fire and heat. So that's pretty much. Oh, there. Hey,
Hello.
hey, Rick.
Hey, what's this flame look like? I have a character called the Flame too. He's a hero though. Is this
Yeah,
a
well,
good
this
guy or
guy's a
bad guy?
hero too. We'll get into it. Hey, Tim. Do you need me to? I guess I'll send you the link again. So Tim, I guess, did get back to me there. We did have a bit of a. I can have two co-hosts. I've
Yeah.
had two co-hosts before, so
Yeah.
I'll.
I saw that he wasn't on. I sent him a message. He never answered me, but I sent him a message on Twitter and say, "Aren't you supposed to be on Mike's?"
All right. So I just resent the. Tim, I just resent the StreamYard link to you. So if you want to pop on, you're more than. It's on your Facebook. There he is.
Sorry for
Hey,
being
Tim.
late. I had to take care of something, and then I had to be I had to be on the show, and then go have a meeting with my team and whatnot. You know,
Yeah,
all
well,
that stuff.
because I didn't realize this till after the last couple of your messages. I wasn't sure if you understood that I start my show at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is my time,
Oh yeah, I
not
mean, I guess that would be my time
Eastern.
too. I'm in like freaking
No,
Idaho, so
well, I was thinking you were an hour later than him. What
maybe
time zone are you in?
I'm in Idaho. I think it's Mountain Time, so I don't know.
Oh, you're Mountain Time. You're in Idaho.
Yeah,
Yep.
so you'd be 7.
Don't you call
Yeah,
me
so
that?
it would be 7. Okay, it'd be 7 o'clock your time then if you're in Idaho.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you are, I believe, in the Mountain
So
Time.
what are we talking about here? We're talking about some kind of wiki page, some fandom page. What is this?
Okay,
Well,
so right. Okay, so right now, I was just going over the hero that we're going to be reading a little bit tonight. He's known as the Flame. Okay, he first appeared in Wonder World Comics, Volume 1, Number 3. Um, when we're going to read it now. One of the reasons why
Am
I
I going to
wanted,
be reading some of it?
if you
if you'd
want
like
to.
to, that's one of the things I was going to ask you if you would, because Rick has done it too before. If you're interested, if you want to, you could also read it with me. We do like. Well, Rick, you want to explain it to him since you're here?
Well, basically, there's various characters in, comic strips, so you can whichever characters Mike assigns you, you can read their dialogue.
So this is like when you're in school and you have you guys are reading a play and you have a part.
Yeah,
Partly, partly. It's a
yeah,
little
you
bit of
might get
everything.
more than one part too, depending on the
Oh
Yeah,
script.
I mean,
man, I was a kid that was always hiding in the back of the class, hoping I never get picked.
well, again, it okay.
Well, you don't have to either. It's a
Yeah,
choice.
it's not a requirement. I give you the option if you want to. Basically, your primary purpose for being here as co-host is to provide like commentary. Like
All
so,
right, I'm really good at having opinions that no one asked me for.
yeah. Okay, so let me kind of explain the format of the show since it's probably the first time I think you've been on as a co-host. So usually, as you know, it's a bit of a deep dive. So
Right.
what I do is I will I'll go through the background information like I'm doing right now with certain characters, and then we'll read the I will, or depending upon who else wants to join in, we'll read the comics, and everybody will get a part and stuff like that. The
Or some of the
primary
us
purpose, though, as we're reading it, is to look back and like and this is the main purpose here. Um, main purpose is to provide commentary. So if anything in the story, anything you see in the story, whether it be something within the story or the artwork or whatever, anything catches your interest, feel free to comment on it, and then we can talk about
Okay.
it. Okay,
Well, in 15.
that's the primary purpose of the co-host.
Yeah.
But one of the things I did, as per suggested by some other some of the people who are watching in the past, is I give other people a chance if they want to join in and read parts of it as well.
Yeah.
So
I do apologize that maybe in 15 minutes I will have to jump back out and then jump back in. I apologize for being a very terrible co-host, but
that's all right. But hey, but you're welcome. If you need to leave and come back, that's fine. You've already said that you're not as interested in reading along, and that's and doing parts. That's fine. Just if your primary purpose is, as I said, to give commentary when we get in, and we will be getting. It's just normally I would like to have done all this. This is why I usually ask you guys to come in like 15 to 20 minutes before the show, because
yeah,
so we
yeah.
can
My
get a lot of this
scheduling,
more administrative stuff out of the way to where I can kind of tell you, okay, this is what we're doing, and
right,
we're not taking as much time doing this during the
right.
show.
Well,
So
that's my
anyway,
apology. I've never really been on your show, so again, I apologize.
no problem. But anyways, and I can see that. YouTube's being a little naughty. You guys each have a YouTube screen open too, right?
Yeah, I have the chat up so I can see it easy too.
Yeah. So
As always.
just so I'm trying to keep my viewer count up. So I guess Tim just left us. All right. Well, he'll be back. But anyways, yeah. So I thought there was a miscommunication. I thought maybe because of the time differences and stuff like that. I thought maybe that's why he wasn't going to be able to come. But anyways, so and I've already explained. So the flame here, his powers basically he can manipulate fire and heat. So so with that, why don't we go ahead and go over to? Did you want to do some of the reading tonight, Rick?
Oh yeah, I'll do some. I was just wondering what this flame looked like.
Well, you'll see soon enough because
Oh, okay. He's in the stuff that we're reading
well, yeah.
tonight.
I mean, why do you think I was covering him? Why do you think I was? We're gonna be reading. We're gonna be reading his first appearance here. Oh wait, what am I? Okay, wrong site, Mike. Okay. No, what we need is we need the actual comic this time, not the baseline information. Now I think you understand why I go through all the preparation and why I do the way I do them, because it can become kind of a cluster F if
a cluster fudge.
Yeah, cluster fudge. Okay, so let's see. Fox Feature Syndicate, Wonder World Comics.
29? Is that the one? Oh
no, that's the total. That's more like that's the total number. No, this is this right here. So that's the flame right there.
Okay.
And you're gonna go ahead and just read it from my thing. You don't need me to send you the link.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's
Yarko the Great again, eh?
Yeah, we'll do him too. We'll do him too. I've already decided we're gonna go through 5 feet. So we'll go through the Flames, Yarko the Great, and I'll of course have you do Yarko again. I think you did Yarko real well there. And then of course we'll do Patio Day, Mob Buster Robinson, as opposed to Gangbuster Robinson. They changed that feature's name, and then Spark Stevens. So those are the features we'll probably read through tonight. So you ready, Rick?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let me see. First off, let's see. Oh yeah, we're at 150. So
I might use this guy since he's public domain. I might end up using this flame make him a World War One superhero.
It's kind of funny because this being 1939, this was just prior to, and from what I understand, this character, another little trivia tidbit for you. This was one of the big 3 for Fox Feature Syndicate. Do you know who the other 2 were?
No.
Even I didn't before I looked into it, but Blue Beetle and Samson.
Okay.
The same Blue Beetle who eventually became part of
DC
Universe.
Now, is it supposed to be Samson of the Bible or?
I don't know. I haven't. Only thing I know is based on what I read. Research in the Flame here, and when I was looking into the publication history, they said that he was one of the big 3. So, we'll probably find out soon enough. But basically, the Flame, Blue Beetle, and Samson were the 3 main heroes of Fox Feature Syndicate, but we'll also see some others as well. Anyways, every month, the Flame and the Mystic Adventures of Yarko the Great. So, and ironically, for both of those features, same guy, Will Eisner, did both of them. Cool. Now, of course, from one of the other things I read about this too, in regard to this, is the flame was kind of in response to what happened with. You remember when we were talking about Wonder Man and that whole debacle?
Yeah, I
Okay,
think so.
the flame was in response to that. When they couldn't use Wonder Man anymore, they made the main hero, and then Patty O'Day, newsreel reporter, Spark Stevens of the Navy. So, and Rick, as always, of course, as we're going through this and we're reading this, if anything catches your attention or anything, feel free to comment or comment on or ask anything. So anyways, let's get going here. So, Winged Wonders, a flying dreadnought. Just look at those planes there.
They're not very plain.
And here we go. Here's The Flame by Basil Barol. Now, I believe that was a pseudonym that Will Eisner was using for this. So, anyways, I'll do the narration. I'll probably do main hero too, and then we'll figure out which ones to have. Obviously there are certain characters I will naturally do, like I do the female voices. Unless somebody else volunteers. Aside from that, of course.
Well, Diana is probably always good to do the female voices when she's on.
Yeah.
Being as she is a girl, a woman, a female.
Yeah. Anyways, the Hudson River has occasionally been the sphere of operation for parasitic river pirates. Wow, look at how descriptive they get there. Parasitic river pirates. But never in its long history was there a gang so ruthless as that led by Horace Black Flag. Black, I guess, is his nickname they call him. One hot, sultry day, a palatial yacht lies at anchor beneath the towering Palisades. Its owner, J. Havington Guild, is suddenly approached by the captain. Look at all the adjectives they use in there.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, they did that a lot back then.
Yeah. A lot more than they do today, right?
Yeah, well, heck, you even notice it was Stan Lee. I'm not sure what everybody else was doing when Stan Lee was writing, but Stan Lee was reading these comics, so maybe that's where he got it from. Well, not necessarily this one, but this time when they did all these, real adjective stuff.
All right, let's see. You want to do the guy in the green suit there?
Sure.
All right. I beg your pardon, sir, but there's a mysterious craft approaching manned by river pirates, I believe.
Eh? Pirates? That's ridiculous. Pirates in New York waters? Pass.
I think it's Pshaw.
Pshaw.
A glance through powerful binoculars convinces Guild, however. Okay, so yeah, that's Captain Guild, I believe. Or wait, no, oh wait, that's the owner, J. Havington Guild, and then the captain. Okay, all right, go ahead.
They're coming up fast. To the radio room, quickly! Call harbor police. Quickly, operator, tell them we're being attacked by river pirates. Hurry!
I'm sorry, sir, but Captain Black Flag don't want the coppers around when he pays his respects to you. Now get over to the wall and keep your hands high.
It's a mutiny.
All right. The superpowered power launch of Black Flag soon pulls up alongside the yacht, and the armed gangsters prepare to board her. All right, Rick, I'm going to go off camera for a sec because now things are getting a little dimmer here. So I'm going to go ahead and go off camera here for a
Adjust your
moment.
lighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you want, and I know I haven't said this enough, but if you want to plug your book and you want to put the link in the chat, you're more than welcome to. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay, people. What can I say? What can we do with the drunken sailor so early in the morning? Hey, look here. We got sailors. We got pirates. Are pirate sailors? They sail, right? But they're pirate sailors. Or can you just be a sailor only if in the navy, or the Marines, or something like that? Or are you a sailor if you own your own private boat and sail the seven seas or sail the rivers? But that aside, yeah, if anybody's listening and they want to look at my comic, The Canadian Shield #2, it's available either on Indiegogo or Kickstarter. And heck, if you're listening and you're in the Hamilton area, and you want to come to a good Comic Con, Hamilton Comic Con's on tomorrow and Sunday, and of course I will be there at Hamilton Comic Con. So that is a coolo. I will be selling some of my. I'll be selling original artwork as well as some comics. #1 of Canadian Shield, actually. We have a couple different covers, so that is wonderful. Wonderful. What else shall we do? Or say, hopefully Tim will be back soon too as well. I'm working on his book. Well, his third book called Melvin. #3, I'm doing the inking on it, so that should be good.
All right. And then
Okay.
Tim dropped a hi earlier in the private chat, but well, Rick, feel free if you want to. As I said, if you want to share your link, feel free to.
Yeah, I'll get it at some point. I gotta bring it up. Maybe next time you take a small break, I will get that up and easy to share.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, getting back to the article here. Ahoy there! Don't try to resist. My men have orders to shoot. You can't get away with this. Get off before we bat your hatch. My sniveling bucko. I'm skipper here, and I've no time to argue the point. Fetch the owner and his daughter. Put him aboard our ship, and we'll shove off. As Black Flag and his captives leave the yacht, the police patrol boat roars into view. Black Flag's boat is instantly recognized. Let's see. You want to do the harbor police guy right there?
Okay. Full speed ahead, man. Full speed ahead. Get that pirate this time. We'll get that pirate this time, or bust.
So the alert police give chase. I'll give them a pleasant surprise. Very pleasant. He. Drop the soup line, aft men. Careful now. Easy does it. We can't we can't make mistakes with this stuff. Oh, and Rick, to answer your question you were asking during my time away there, anybody, I think it's generally thought that anybody who sails a boat is considered a sailor, whether they be pirate or just a normal sailor. You don't have to be like a naval officer or marine or anything like that. Anybody who
Captains of
participates in boatsmanship is a sailor.
ah.
All right. Anyways, soon a line of tins filled with nitroglycerin. You know what nitroglycerin is?
Yeah, an explosive.
Yeah,
Very
explosive.
volatile explosive.
Right. Kept afloat by cork blocks is strung across the path of the oncoming police boat. A moment later, boom!
Yeah, that's gonna sink you for sure. I do believe it's one of the ingredients in dynamite.
Uh-huh. Doing your little J.J. Walker impression there?
Yeah.
The blast resounds for miles from a nearby secluded cove. A strange, fiery-colored ship, guided by a strange figure, emerges. He is the Flame.
Ooh, the flame. The flame boat.
You want to do the guy in blue there?
Okay. Look, Flame.
It's Black Flag. It's Black Flag's ship. He's up to something. We'll follow him. The powerful motors of the Flame's launch roar and pursues the enemy. Suddenly, the pirate launch swerves around a wharf with a grinding of gears. The side of an old building rises above the water, and as the boat passes underneath, quickly drops again to its former position.
They're gone. Disappeared into thin air.
Temporarily, Jarvis. Here, take the wheel.
Jarvis, jeez. Where'd Tony Stark get it?
Maybe even the Flame.
Jarvis went to work for Tony after the Flame.
Yeah. This is where we last saw them. Ah, I see. A faint trace of oil from their motor's exhaust. It leads right to that old warehouse.
Huh. It's interesting on the cover that and that panel it's blue, but on that one bottom panel the stripe is green.
All right, well, I have to take your word for it. I'm not exactly
Oh, right,
sure.
right there, when he's looking over the boat,
Oh,
the bottom left hand,
okay.
the stripe on his pants.
Oh, the stripe on his pants is green,
There.
and it's okay. I see what you're saying now. Good eye there, Rick.
And it's blue on the cover, so I think it's supposed to be blue. Just a little bit too much yellow got into that blue and made it green, probably.
Yeah,
in the
it's
printing.
possible in the coloring process. After slipping under the moving wall, Black Flag directs the speedboat along dark, winding passages. Finally, he cuts the motors and moors against a stone ledge.
And hey again, Lorenzo.
Oh, Lorenzo's back.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Lorenzo. I hope you're doing well. um. All right. So, anyways. Alrighty then. So. Let our guest go first, man, and mark your handle, and mark you. Handle them gently. They are not used to rough treatment. Ha ha. We'll keep them here until their ransom is arranged. Follow me. We can speak more comfortably in drier surroundings. Now I'll come to the point, Mr. Guild. You will sign over to me securities and cash amounting to $200,000 as a price for your own safety and your daughter's.
You're a murderous blackguard, and I'll have no dealings with the likes of you.
See. Tut, Mr. Guild. I have ways of making stubborn people do as I say. A lighted match. A lighted match applied expertly to the sole of your daughter's foot will change your mind. Wow! Now that was something I've basically seen that in another story a little earlier than this, a couple years earlier than this, in a Dale Daring story. So when I've read it in the past, that was something that did quite a bit there. But in that case, the bad guys had tortured the father's feet instead. But
Well,
that was kind of an interesting thing, though, back then. That wouldn't probably be gone away this time, but okay. Suddenly, the match flares up brilliantly, and from the blinding glare, the flame emerges. Now look at this right here, Rick. Look at this. This is one of his powers right here.
oh wow.
From a match, he could just he can
Appear?
teleport through fire. He can teleport through any fire, any kind of flame there. Look at that.
That's definitely interesting.
That's something you really don't see too much of either. The ability to do that.
Yeah, well, definitely through fire. I've seen it through shadows and stuff like that, but never through fire.
Yeah.
Although his costume's a bit off there. Where it
But
should be yellow.
it's more reddish, but I'm sure in the next panel we'll probably see the
right color.
Yeah. Anyways, I hope if Lorenzo is still here, he's enjoying the content thus far. Anyway, okay. What the? Who are you? I am the flame. I release the prisoners. The flame. I've heard of you. Shoot him down. The flame leaps forward, heedless of the rattling submachine gun. See, there's his costume now.
Yeah.
Oh, and look over at the next panel there. Look down to his leg there.
Yeah. Yeah, green again.
Again, this is the first issue. First issue is in, so they probably They're probably still trying to decide, I guess. Amazed at the
Uh,
flame. Oh,
well,
go ahead.
I think because his tights are yellow, I think that's leaking into the blue stripe and making it green because yellow and blue make green.
That's a possibility. That's a good. That's a good observation there. Um, amazed. Um, amazed at the flame's prowess, Flag sneaks off, leaving his men to their fate. Oh, goody.
Just like any bad guy.
Yep. But the flame is too quick. Whirling, he whips out his flame gun and traces a blazing line of fire across the room, blocking the pirates' escape, and then sets out after the fleeing captain. Yeah, that could be risky because he could potentially be trapping the hostages too. Don't you think?
Well, it depends on if there's more than one door, And yeah, as you said, he can manipulate. As it said, it can manipulate the flame, so he can die it down when he needs to,
Yeah, that's true. That's fine. That's
or
true.
you would think, anyways.
Yeah, he shoots a bolt at the fleeing pirate, enveloping the passageway in a halo of flame. But the terror-stricken Flag dashes madly through. A halo of flame. Terror-stricken Flag. That's some writing right there.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't necessarily see that too much nowadays, huh?
For sure. I think I'm gonna have to draw this guy up soon, maybe off air and put it up.
Do your own rendition of it. Well, RJ was telling me that his clock story got approved.
Oh, for
For that
turn.
anthology he was doing, that he was going to be a part of.
Oh,
That
okay.
earlier. So. All right. Okay. So, anyways, once past the flames, Flag leaps into his powerful speedboat, jamming the throttle wide open. Roars away in a tremendous burst of speed. Wow, look at that. Look at that paragraph. Once past the flames, Flag leaps into his powerful speedboat and jamming the throttle wide open, roars away in a tremendous burst of speed. I'm not through with you yet. Back in the smoke-filled loft, the girl and her father gasp for air. The smoke air as the smoke from the roaring fire grows thicker.
I can't see.
I've got to get to those two. I've got to get those two out of there or they'll smother. Dashing into the burning room, the flame picks up the couple and with them under his arms leaps through the window and drops lightly down to his fast power launch.
Okay, so I guess he can't manipulate the flame out or down lower. And I guess that fire really caught on.
Hmm.
We could
Well,
suddenly
I mean,
get the far
well,
back from
I
it.
think the thing is, okay, what the thing might be there is maybe he can teleport himself through the flame, but he can't teleport anybody else through it.
Yeah, I get that, But what I'm more saying is, it was saying earlier, I think in the reading, or you were saying something like he can manipulate the flame itself,
Mm-hmm.
like pyro. So he can make a fiery elephant out of it. Not a
Yeah.
real elephant, but to make it look like an elephant or something like that. But so I thought he'd be able to bring this fire downwards.
Yeah, maybe not. In other words, I think he can manipulate in terms of changing its form, but I don't think again, maybe he just can't do it on multiple levels or whatever. But
Yeah,
I'm sure as we read this, we'll see all this play out over time
uh,
as we.
yeah. And then the thing is, the fire wasn't even in the room that they were in. That's why I say it must have spread awfully fast too.
Yeah. With a roar, the ship starts as the entire warehouse bursts into a flame. Hmm. There they are. They'll not get away. Wildly, the two boats race down the river, leaving a trail of churning white foam. Steadily, the flame gains on the pirate craft until the two boats are roaring downstream, um, prow, prow to prow. Um,
Guess that means side to side or side by side.
Probably, yeah, might be. With a burst of incredible speed, the Flames boat draws alongside the pirate craft. Quickly, grappling hooks dart out and make the ships fast. He's overtaken us! It's unbelievable! All right, my bouncing bucko, come after me and I'll bash this monkey wrench through your skull, you blasted fire demon. We'll see about that. Your days of piracy are over. With a flourish of his crimson cloak, the flame transforms the sleek pirate power boat into a blazing inferno. Then, with a great bound, he leaps back to his own ship, where the girl and her father are anxiously waiting for him. Let's see. There, that's done. Now to get your father and you back to your ship. I I don't know how I can ever thank you enough. You've been wonderful. In a little while, the flame brings the couple to their own ship, places them safely aboard. And now, goodbye. Here's something as a token of my. Oh, wait,
I'm not sure whether it's the father or her saying that. So
right, yeah. Okay. Okay, you do it because
okay.
it probably.
Here's something as a token of my appreciation.
Okay. Oh,
Well, it certainly wasn't the father.
okay, okay. All right, sorry about that. Okay, I'll do that again. And now, goodbye. Here is something as a token of my appreciation. I could ask no greater reward. Farewell. As the rays of the setting sun glint from the flames boat, it melts away over the horizon. Oh, Dad, what a brave and gallant man! Look at that. the woman using the terms brave and gallant, and not for the reasons they do today, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find the all right, Wonder Adventures. And so since we did kind of start late here, I'll just go through the features and maybe I'll go back. Because we're already up to an hour already, so I'm gonna have to hurry along here. But keep saying only one person viewing. I know we've got more than one person here.
Yeah. It says two on mine.
Well, because I just started to. I think because we started to put write stuff in here now.
Yeah, it could possibly be. That was before I had hit enter on my
Yeah,
stuff.
what I discovered is even sometimes if you don't, as long as you like at least push something to where you acknowledge you're in the shit. Like if you go and you go like you're going to like write something in the chat, and even if you don't, it'll sometimes increase. It'll sometimes rectify the count. So, anyways, try to go. All right, Yarko the Great. So you want to do Yarko again?
I guess I can.
Okay, I think that's narration right there. So Yarko the Great, master of magic. Yarko, a young American initiated into the magic of the East, pits his mystic powers against the forces of crime and evil. All quail before him, the mightiest magician of all time. Well, I would think that DC would argue with that. With I think they might say maybe it's Satara or Sandor or whatever.
Well, also Marvel with Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange. There's also Doctor Fate. So, anyways, the outskirts of London midnight, a steep, crooked cemetery road banked on either side by white tombstones. Through the darkness, speeding over the treacherous road, roars a car as it turns a dark figure. As it turns, a dark figure steps from the shadows into the glare of the headlights. He gestures at the car. The driver slumps over. The car careens and smashes into a tree. Crash! The man approaches the wreck. What a pity. He was a young man, too. Tis, tis. This car can still be. Okay. All right. I'm not sure if that is Yarko or not. That's why I was doing his voice. Cause
Yeah, I don't think it's Jericho, but
Yarko has the turban, I believe. So, a short time later, the car pulls before a policeman called a Bobby and let's. Oh, look at that! So, trying to there's some educating going on right there. Will Eisner, who wrote this, was explaining to American comic book readers that a police officer in London is called a Bobby.
yeah. I don't know about back then, but nowadays I think everybody would know that.
Yeah. I say, Bobby, would you take care of my friend? He's ill. Oh, by the way, here's my card in case you should want me. And thank you, Governor. I'll take care of him. The dark man turns and disappears into the fog. Why this why this man Governor, why this man ain't sick? Why this man ain't sick? He's dead. Gore blimey, the bloke's dead. I've got to take him to headquarters right away. At Scotland Yard, the officer reports the death to his superior, Inspector Drake. The man died of a heart attack. But who was the man with the glasses? Mulvaney, have you found that address that was printed on the card? You want to do Mulvaney right there?
Okay. Hey, blimey. Chief, there's nothing but a cemetery at that address.
A cemetery, I'm afraid that this is not a case for Scotland Yard, but for an American friend of mine called Yarko. In Yarko's London apartment, the phone rings, and Inspector Drake's crisp voice relates the facts of the case to the great magician.
Is that all? The information you have, Drake. Very well. I will look into it.
Yeah, so we were right. That wasn't Yarko, so it was a good thing I took it. Our scene shifts to Limehouse, London's notorious cesspool of crime. Limehouse, London's notorious cesspool of crime. Okay. Lying on the banks of the Thames, this haven of the underworld harbors untold horrors. Through the murky fog, a figure strides. It is a man in dark glasses. Beneath a dock, he enters a hidden door. He descends a flight of steps that lead him to a half-lit room. Four men await him. Oh, good evening. I've been expecting you. Is everything in readiness? Yes, indeed. I've gathered about me the most evil, most villainous characters in Limehouse. They fear nothing and will do our bidding. You want to do the guy in the green there? Green sport jacket?
Says who? This here guy, this here's what put out of the way.
Yarko, the magician. I have information that Yarko is in London. I want you to bring him to me within 24 hours.
Oh, not me. I've done some pretty rotten things in my time, but I ain't gonna kill Yorker. He saved my life once.
The dark man confronts the thug slowly and removes his glasses. Fool! Do you realize who I am? Look into my eyes.
Your hand is as cold as marble.
The thug's eyes widen. His mouth opens in convulsive gasp. He drops to the floor dead. Now let there be no more nonsense. In another part of the limehouse, a shaggy stray dog trots forlorn and forlornly through the eerie streets. Here and there it pauses. At last it comes upon two thugs who seem to be on the lookout for someone. I'll do the guy on the left there. You do the guy on the right.
Okay.
Um, we've been waiting. We've been waiting here 2 hours now.
Take it easy. Yorker's too smart to walk into our trap.
The dog looks up and speaks.
Looking for me.
The dog fades and the figure of Yarko rises. The thugs draw pistols and fire. Bang! Bang!
Unfortunately, you were firing a phantom at a phantom, but to avoid any bloodshed, I'll relieve you of your guns.
Wow, using the word phantom here. You don't see that too much anymore.
Yeah.
Yarko gestures and the pistols melt in their hands. For the first time in their evil existence, the two men know fear. Terror stricken, they run to their hideout, followed by Yarko. Oh, that's a real bright thing to do. Lead them right to your boss. Right? Right, Rick?
Yeah, not very smart.
Yeah. Well, where is he? Oh, well, where is he, fool? What are you chattering about? Yurko.
It appears, gentlemen, that you were waiting for me.
Let's see. Nice of you nice of you to come, Yarko.
This is very amusing. You are the very gentleman I am looking for.
Yup. The uh, the lips of the dark man part in an ironic smile. Am I? Do you know who I am? I am death, taken mortal form to walk upon earth. I have but to stare into men's eyes, and they die. I am more feared than anything on earth. Then the other man throws aside his cloak and reveals himself too. And I am the devil. Too long have you snatched men from my grasp, and you are on the side of right and justice, and I am on the side of evil and wickedness. We are enemies, Yarko. I am determined to destroy you. Beppo, seize this fool who calls himself a magician. He will find that the devil has ways of dealing with his enemies. Let's see. The thug lunges forward. Yarko sidesteps nimbly and gestures. What the? The room is suddenly filled with a dozen Yarkos The thug lashes out wildly. Oh boy. Dozen Yarkos, 12 Yarkos there, Rick, huh?
Yeah.
I guess we don't have much commentary from other people.
No. Wee, says Mike.
Well, I was gonna say we're here streaming like I usually do, but I think let's see. Oh yeah, okay, continue on here. Use your knife. Use your knife, Bippo. A wall of force surrounds Yarko. The blade snaps. Whoa. The second thug sneaks behind Yarko unnoticed. Cover his eyes. That is where his magic power lies. Quickly, the blindfolded Yarko is bound and tied to a wall. A fire started under his feet. Look at this. Didn't we just have a very similar situation?
Yeah.
It seems like the idea of torching people's feet with fire was a very popular bad guy
trope.
Trope, torture technique, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Why don't you read the article? More wood, man. Make the blaze hotter. But Yarko is not yet defeated. With a mighty effort, he manages, by the movement of his fine face muscles, to remove the bandage from his eyes. His power regained, Yarko's eyes flash, and water sprouts from the wall from the walls and quenches the blaze into a hiss of steam. Wow, that must be a sight to behold if you were to see it at live, wouldn't you say, Rick?
Yeah.
Once again, Yarko's eyes glitter. The figure of the devil grows small and dim.
Return to oblivion, I, Yarko, command.
Free once more, Yarko gestures in a crash of lightning. The evil one disappears. Meanwhile, the frightened thugs will run madly off and leap into the swirling river. Like madmen, they flounder downriver. Inside, Yarko has still to deal with another enemy.
I'll have no power over you, Death. I'll do all that is in my power to save Min from your clutches.
Hee. But eventually, I always win. Yarko leaps in pursuit of the rogues.
That swimmer must that must be down that must be them swimming down the river.
Yarko leaps off the dock. Instead of sinking below the surface, look! He's walking on the surface of the water. Help! He's coming after us! Yarko gestures and the men rise stiffly out of the water. Wow. That's interesting. At Scotland Yard, even the hardened veterans cannot conceal their impatience. If only he'd send word. Don't worry. Yarko can handle himself. At that moment, Yarko enters the two thugs in a trance, suspended by his sides. Yarko?
I've got two prisoners for you.
Man, I got so carried away reading, I almost read your part. Blimey, this is Killer Kirby.
I believe you, I believe you'll be interested in these men, Inspector.
Come on, you two. We've got a nice cell waiting for you. We've been looking for those thugs a long time. But what about the mysterious man in dark glasses?
I found him, but I'd suggest, Inspector, that you forget him. I assure you, the man died of natural causes. How I discovered this fact must remain a secret.
As usual, your deductions are thorough and accurate. Thanks for your aid.
You can always call on me, Inspector. Now I must rush along. I have a boat to catch to China. Goodbye.
As Yarko turns to go, a Bobby moves to open the door for him.
That would not be necessary, Constable.
And to the policeman's amazement, Yarko glides through the oaken door. What's wrong? What's wrong, Burke? Feeling sick? Another adventure of Yarko the Great. Next issue on sale, the 28th of every month. So this came out May 28th, 1939. So the next one will be coming out on June 28th. Anyways, before I continue, I'm gonna need to step away from the computer for a few minutes. Rick, if you want to go find your
Link?
link and share it,
Yeah. I was
you're
just
more than
about
welcome to. So I'll be right back.
after these messages. He'll be right back. Okay, people. So I'm gonna put up the link for Kickstarter here in a second. In the chat. And there is the link in the chat now. Although you'll probably be hearing this a few seconds after I actually put it in.
All right, I'm back. actually, put the camera on before the for the for the mic. Ah, yeah, Rick, you can also talk about your comic when I'm gone like that as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, I know. I was just checking a couple things while you were gone.
All right. All right, so there we go with that one. So see where we at on time here. I know we're probably making good time because of all the reading. We're
Ten
already
twenty.
coming up on an hour and a half.
Yeah, but you probably started. Did you? How did you start a little late with Tim being a little?
Well, yeah, I mean, I started actually pretty quick there, but the thing wasn't that I started pretty much because I did have three people at one point. I didn't know who the third person was at that point, but the thing I think that really kind of hurt, took the time was having to do some of the administrative stuff after he came on.
Yeah,
When I'd ask when you and Lorenzo were on, and I'd ask you to come in. Um, you know, again, that's part of the reason why I like to have you guys come in a little early, just so you
yeah,
know, if there's any like administrative stuff to do or what have you, or just or even to just settle in. So there's Shorty Shortcake. Of course, we're not. Patio Day. Here we go. Patio Day. Newsreel reporter. I can't see who that byline is. That cursive is just crazy there.
yeah.
What?
The ink is a bit. The coloring was a bit off on that newsreel reporter thing for this one.
Yeah. What? What, Chief? The glider Van Troop? The glider Van Troop rating? We will be right there. You want you? I'll do the girl. I'll do Patty there. You do her friend Ham there.
Okay, I'll
All right.
ham it up.
Yep. Only 3 more miles to Marydale, Ham, and then for the big society doings. Big society doings. You know what that? You know what they're talking about there, right?
Yeah, party or something like that.
Right.
I'd rather be playing pink and pink pink and out
That's Pinochle. That was an old
pinochle.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay,
knew
remember,
what it was.
Ham's okay. Ham is American here. He's a bit more of a hefty guy.
Okay.
I know we're stuck with the British accents, but now,
Well, I was trying to go a bit Irish. Oh,
all right,
that,
that works too. Just
that's a
try to
bit better now.
differentiate them a little bit more. That's all I was. That's all I'm asking. Um, Look out, Ham! They'll hit us.
Into the ditch we'll go. Take the wheel, Patty. I'm gonna get that guy.
Look at that. Jasper News. That'll take care of that comet outfit. I won't worry about them now. Hmm?
Pull over, you. You Jasper's guys are up to your old tricks, eh? Well, I've got a message for you, boss. Here it is.
Later. Well, here we are at last.
There's that bird from the Jasper outfit.
We've got some time to kill. Let's take some shots of the house and grounds.
Okay, Patty. This sure is a swell dump. I guess you'll have to use the telephoto lens.
Yes, it will pull distant spots right in close.
You think? Say, who's that climbing the roof over there?
Who's that climbing the roof? Hmm. I I can't see from here, but let's get a shot of him anyway.
I was wondering what is delaying the wedding.
I can't imagine that they're and half an hour late now. Meanwhile, inside, you want to do the butler right there?
Okay. Madam! The silver wing. Sorry. Trying to get out of one accent to try and do another. I'll forget the accent. The silver wedding presents have been stolen.
What? Hmm. You saw no suspicious characters around the house?
No, sir. No one but the people with cards of admission.
Better proceed with the wedding, madam, while I investigate. Homeward bound. I think you're the one on the left there.
Yeah. I was wondering who stole the silver.
I I have a hunch. Step on the gas. Develop these films quick. At police headquarters, you put the man under arrest, Sergeant. I'll furnish proof of his guilt. You go with the cops, while I recover the stolen silver.
Shouldn't the cops be doing that? Well, there he is.
Come along, you. You're wanted down at the station house. Get him! There he goes after him, men. Look at that! Look at that! Now you wouldn't see that today, would you? Look at that panel at the right there.
Yeah.
You saw that a lot in back in the 30s in terms of both in comics and cartoons. A lot of that running across rooftops and stuff. Look at that.
Yeah, actually, you still see it in a lot of cop TV series and films. I've been watching a lot of NCIS and Blue Bloods and stuff like that. You see it still in.
Yeah, and I think I remember seeing some of it in Batman the Animated Adventure. What a leap. Looks like he made a getaway. Stand back. Here comes the big guy. Not sure if he's gonna make that or not. You see where Ham is right there?
Yeah.
You're not sure if he's gonna make it or not. Apparently he did though.
Yeah. You won't get away this time, you rat.
That was a swell jump you made.
That's nothing. We newsreel people, we've got to do everything.
Meanwhile, at Marydale,
This is the way to the roof, miss.
I'll be. See, here's here's the wedding silver tucked away in this corner. Here's the man you wanted us to pick up at the Jasper office. He's to be charged with grand larceny. My dear, I don't see how this poor man is connected with. It's very it's very simple, Miss Van Thorpe or Van Thorpe. Listen, this telephoto lens makes possible close-ups of distant objects. I shot the figure I saw on the roof. Now, take this magnifying glass and see what the camera caught. Wow, look at that. Gracious! He hid the silver. He hid the silver in his empty camera. In his empty camera case, and stowed it away on the roof until he could smuggle it out later. It was a slick job. No wonder it was slick. This guy is an ex-convict who got a job with Jasper on forged references. I can't thank you enough, young lady. Nothing at all. We serve the public in any way we can. And not as much more. I'm doing more Irish than female right there, but I'm doing the best I can with what I got.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to do two things at once.
Yeah, well, at least I tried, though.
Yeah.
At least I tried.
Oh, yeah. At least you tried, matey.
So moving on to the next one, which will probably be, will be look at some of the artwork there. Tech Mason. I was trying to get
Madison.
Don Quixote, K51. I'm just trying to get the Gangbuster / Mobbuster Robinson by Harold Vance. More bloodshed. It seems to be the fashion these days. Soon after, the screaming headlines tell all capital city of the latest outbreak of a bloody Tong war. Robinson calls James Ling, head of the Chinese division of the police department. Tong, I think, is a form of another slang term for Chinese people.
Well, I think Tong is one of the gangs, Chinese gangs or Chinese mafia type things. If I remember from the different cop shows that I've watched.
All right. This case may cause many deaths, Ling. We've got to break it. No one in this city knows Chinatown better than you. Since you know the ways of the Chinese better than I, we should work together on this. You want to do Ling right there?
Oh, yes, I can do it. I'm with you all the way, sir.
Okay, yeah. Remember, this guy is more Chinese. You're still doing Indian there.
Yeah. Come on, I can do it. Oh, Wing the Wong. Wing Dong. I am with you all the way, sir.
In a little curio shop of the slums.
Hello, cousin. We wish to solve the most recent Tong killings.
And what can humble self do to assist?
Do you know who committed the latest murder?
Yes, it was the dishonorable Tong Sin. On the way out, Robinson notices a Tong insignia on a showcase. Having given Robinson and Ling the address, Ling's cousin reaches for a phone. Little do they realize that I am the head of Tong Sin. It is well now to warn my men. Robinson and Ling arrive at Tong Sin's.
Oh, you say you saw a Tong insignia in my cousin's shop. It might have been planted there.
Perhaps keep your gun ready. Welcome, honorable strangers. Without warning, members of the Tong Sin leap out at the two men. Although they are outnumbered, they fight back furiously. That will do for them. Let us hasten away, lest a passing policeman summons aid.
They certainly tore into us, didn't they?
Hmm. Someone must have tipped them off. The following day, Robinson and Ling map out a new plan of attack. By traveling through the sewers, we might be able to pick up some clues. That night, in the narrow, twisted streets of Chinatown, the two sleuths enter a reeking sewer. You know what a sleuth is, right?
Yeah, detective. You know that's very strange. How many cities in, or is it just New York that have sewers that you can actually go down and walk in? I know none here in Canada do.
Yeah, I mean, we can't access sewers through a sewer hole like that. But there are places like even near my house here that, granted, if I were to hop the fence and, you know, not the sewers per se, but like the drainage areas for the rain.
Yeah.
You know, um, eh, I hope one is wise to our. I hope no one is wise to our coming this time.
Well, the darkness should help us work unnoticed.
Okay, you're drifting back into Indian.
Uh,
uh, Wait, I think I hear something. They're loading something into the boat, and they're Chinese. I'm going to follow them. Let's have that breathing pipe. Now, if I can grab hold of the boat, I'm all set. Mob Buster Robinson succeeds in hanging on to the boat and is towed along without attracting the attention of the Chinese. Quickly, Tong Sin may come all of a sudden. Yeah. In a way, I think this is much like the Untouchables type stuff. I think this is a city municipal district attorney here who's like going out trying to bust the mob and stuff like that. So I think it's like Robinson swims under the launch and comes out the other side. The darkness hides him from the alert Chinese on board. Look, here come rival Tong boat. More speed. More speed. They are escaping. The pursuing boat is crowded with armed Chinese, much like the pirates of old China. With
They don't
mob,
look all that Chinese.
huh?
I'm just saying, from the faces that they showed on that boat, they don't look all Chinese. That Chinese. Like, look at the guy in the red, or even the guy in the blue at the steering wheel.
All right, anyways, with Mob Buster Robinson clinging to the edge of the boat, the two boats race madly out to sea. One slip of Robinson's foot would mean death. Begin to fire. Begin to fire. They in powerful boat. Get farther away all time. As the first shots ring out, a clap of thunder rumbles across the sky. Heavy black clouds roll in from the southeast. The breeze stiffens, the sea begins to heave. A flash of lightning pierces the darkness. Yeah, I'm just sorry Tim wasn't able to come back. What I would love to hear his commentary on some of this.
Yeah.
Well, that's what that's ultimately what I want on all my shows. Is I want the chat to be active. When we're going over some of the whether it's the news items or even particularly the when we're doing these nights the historical comics retrospect.
Yeah.
I want to hear people's comments on it. I want that conversation to be happening.
Yeah.
So we're at an hour 46 already. So this is going to be a good 2-hour show here. The rough sea drives the gunmen into the boat. They decide to wait for the sea to calm. It's bad. Enemy in nearby boat can send radio message to friends on shore. Must make short work of rivals. Have idea. Ching, throw anchor at boat. Good work. Now pull boats together. Look, Luxin. Luxin Yang, help him quick. Realizing that he is now at the mercy of two Tong groups, Robinson grasps two very two very pistols and fires a skyrocket um, pistol at his adversaries. Skyrocket pistol. Wow, that must be some powerful pistol, huh?
Yeah.
All right, up with your hands, all of you, or I'll let you have the other rocket right in the face. That moment, a patrol boat appears through the fog. At the helm is James Ling, the Chinese detective. Tong's men are herded into the hold of the patrol boat. The squall scuttles off across the sky. The sea calms, and the occupants of the two motorboats are taken to shore. In the office of Crimebuster Robinson, so he's been called Gangbuster Robinson, Mobbuster Robinson, Crimebuster Robinson. I guess they're still trying to figure out what exactly to call him here, huh? A truce between the rival Chinese Tong leaders is finally brought about.
Oh, I think advice of Honorable Mr. Robinson. Good.
Tong wars and other feuds of that sort have no place in a free country like America. If so, I too agree to cease warfare. Underworld stamp collection. Look at those stamps. And you like how, as I've said before, a lot of these comics back then were, by comparison, were kind of like what highlights is today. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get highlights up in Canada there or not, but the highlights
Probably.
magazines for children, would do a lot. Except they would be more of a magazine, so you get a couple of comics in there and a whole bunch of other activity stuff. Where here it's a comic that has other little things in it, like stamp clubs, activities. Oops. Movie by Glenda Harpo Marx, Cary Grant, Gene Raymond, Lisa
Lisa
Landy,
Landy.
Army Man Lewis Stone, Stan Eats More.
I think it's Stan and Laurel.
Yeah,
Like
Laurel and
Laurel and
Hardy.
Hardy.
Yeah, Stan Eats More and his stout colleague Oliver Hardy. Yeah, Laurel and Hardy. Stan Laurel. Mark Stevens. Oh yes, our Navy buddies here. We find our two friends, Spark and Chuck, on a South Pacific isle, ambling down the street in their usual amiable fashion. I'm gonna go off camera for a quick sec here. I'll be right back.
Okay, what you do, I'm going to too quick to grab something to drink.
All right. Right. So we're just, as I said, just waiting for Rick to get back. As anybody new here just came in, we've been reading through Wonderworld Comics, Volume 1, Number 3. Read The Flame earlier, Yarko the Great, Patio Dane. We just got finished, of course, reading whether or not you want to call it Gangbuster, Mob Buster, or Crime Buster Robinson by Harold Vance. And then we're right now just getting ready to start Spark Stevens of the Navy. So hopefully, you guys are enjoying this content here. I was waiting for Rick to get back. There we go. That's him.
All right, I'm back.
All right. And of course, I know that I have you scheduled for next week as well.
Yeah.
So at least, which I lucked out because I was under the impression you weren't going to be able to be here tonight.
Yeah,
So
I was supposed to go up there, and I was going to be back home sometime tonight. I just wasn't sure what time, and then I decided at the last minute that I was just gonna bring everything up and do my setup in the morning. Go up early because you can get up to the as a vendor. I can get in a few hours early. It only takes me like no less than an hour to set up my thing. So.
okay. All right. So that should work out. Well, thank you for being here, considering what happened here. But
Yeah.
hope, yeah. Yeah. I just anyways. I'll try getting Tim on again sometime. Hopefully next time we won't have this kind of
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to probably send out a couple reminders the day before or whatever, or the day of, like you do have for me,
yeah.
for the time exactly.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll do the bigger guy right there. I think still trying to remember if I think the bigger guy might be Spark and the smaller guy might be Chuck, but
I think
so
the
the guy on
smaller
the left.
guy's Chuck. I
Huh?
forget. I was saying I think the smaller guy's Chuck, but it doesn't matter.
Well, that's what I was saying because the bigger guy on the right there in that first panel, the girl's in between them. The smaller guy is on the left there. That I think is Chuck, and then Spark is one on the right.
Yeah.
The bigger guy. So, anyways, I guess I'll let you do the small guy. I'll do the bigger guy.
Okay. Now listen, bonehead. This is my date, and I'm keeping it.
Ah, look who's talking. Go back and play with your wireless set. Yeah, that is because I think Chuck was the radio guy, as I recall now.
Yeah, and I can tap out a message faster than you can lick your lips.
Says what?
Says me.
Says who? Says who? Yeah.
Says me.
Please, gentlemen, no feast. Constable, pinch them.
Is that? I think that's a guy. That looks like a guy there.
Oh.
That doesn't look like the girl.
Okay.
See, there's a guy at another table there.
Yeah.
In the second panel.
Okay, I'll try this again then. Please, gentlemen, no feast. Constable, pinch them. So the manacles to stop the wild feast. Says you. Now look, what what the raisin brain of yours got us into. And so the two gobs are trundled off in a creaky cart. Oh, that's an interesting sentence. And so the two gobs are trundled off in a creaky cart. A bunch of words there I haven't heard a whole lot used in that manner.
Heard it?
I said those are a bunch of words that I haven't heard too much in conversation, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
But as they journey deeper into the jungle, they become suspicious.
I think the first one's yours.
No, the second one, because Chuck is
Oh, my character?
yeah.
Okay. That's it. There ain't no jail in here.
Hey, Chuck. Bet this guy ain't a cop either. Ha ha, my fine mariners. You are so clever. Now, no trouble, please.
Hey, a wireless.
What is this? Trying to find my cursor here. Oh, there it is. Well, gentlemen, without further introduction, I tell you, my business is to stop the merchant vessels en route and relieve them of whatever valuable cargo you have. Perhaps hear of the scourge? No? Just a dirty pirate. If you wish, a pirate. So I hear in the cafe you are the wireless gentleman. Excellent. You will operate it between me and my men at sea to promote the business. No?
Where's your regular operator?
Lying in the bunk. I eat eggs or ETs. Petey, he is too sick. What's the matter with him?
Holy catfish! This guy's got typhoid.
What? Judas, I have wonder why so many natives are also sick. Say, buddy, you better get a sawbones busy around here before you have a pile of stiffs on your hands. Typhoid, oh God, which was a major issue back then. It was a major issue back then.
It'd still be a major issue today.
Well, in parts of the world, of the world, but here in the States, we have the kids are vaccinated for it, at an early age. So
yeah,
it's part of that whole. I don't know if it's the same up in Canada or not, but
or you can get vaccinated for it, but there could be. You can easily get an outbreak of it.
Yeah. That is so. I get him, but I lock the doors. Well, Muggs, are you ready to help the doc fix up these natives? I'm sorry. That I think that was actually your part.
Yeah. Well, Mug, are you ready to help the doc fix up these natives?
Yeah. Don't get excited. Later, the doctor is ushered in. Get busy, doctor. These two will assist, but remember, no funny business.
You know what? He's gone. They're locked in the place with the wireless. Why don't they wire their, like, their ship or something?
Um, don't know. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they either didn't think to do that, or it's also maybe they don't. They may not know exactly where they're at. So how would they?
Well, they might not know. Well, they knew where they were when they got driven. They weren't blindfolded or anything being taken there.
But then again, too, they found themselves in the midst of a typhoid outbreak.
Yeah,
So
but
even if they
even
did
more,
call for help, they'd just be, if they called for help, they'd be exposing their shipmates to typhoid.
well, their shipmates might not come, but some other, thing
Well,
might
whoever
come.
would come, whether it be their shipmates or other doctors or what have you, or police, or basically the idea is that they're in the midst of a typhoid outbreak. So of course they're
Yeah.
not going to call people to come because that's just going to spread the typhoid.
Well, I would think they would have people come who could deal with it better than this gay wannabe gangster
Yeah.
or pirate. But
Yeah. Anyways, you'd better have your men come in for inoculations. I don't know. These may be a cheek. Let the let these two gentlemen take the shots first. So Spark and Chuck take their medicine.
what you looking at, you big sissy?
So I am satisfied. I call in the men. Pondo. Motley crew files in, and each man takes a shot in the arm. Look at how dark that one guy is in the middle, the one who's getting the shot right there.
I guess he's supposed to be a black guy.
Man, that's not black. That's like stone gray right there.
Yeah, I know. It's still gray. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's kind of interesting there. I mean, if that is supposed to be, I guess the guy who took, because I know it was Bob Kane who did the first Spark Stevens stories, but then a guy named Klaus Nording took over the strip here. I guess that's Klaus's interpretation of what a black man looks like.
Well,
I mean,
especially
that's
back
not
then.
black. That's not black. That's stone gray.
Well,
That's
it's
almost corpse-like.
well, I think it's more, especially back then, what they might have had to work with. And maybe it's supposed to be a black guy, maybe it's not. Maybe it's supposed. You don't really hear of gray people, but
Yeah. But that is kind of an interesting look right there.
yeah,
Needless to say.
it does say a motley crew. So look at all those guys in line. The second one too.
So as the time passes, some of them begin to feel drowsy. That's the last. Now we call in the natives. Tick, tick, tick. The minutes click by. Ha! Something is wrong. My men, they fall asleep, and myself feels tired too. You American pigs, you think you outwit me? Now I give you. Bah! I cannot pull the trigger. Everything is misty.
I sw- I switched a little. I switched a little a little slumber cocktail into the needle.
Sleep, sleep, baby, sleep. No, no, take. What happened? You killed them. Oh, look at more stone gray people. These are I guess these are the natives.
Yeah.
Them dead. Bad medicine. Bad. Break bottles. Kill. Spill medicine.
Cut it out, you dopes. They ain't dead.
Holy. Woo. Tough work, Spark. Getting tired. Getting tired.
Ditto.
Yeah, I guess Spark is maybe Chuck. Kind of hard to tell at times. Ah, too doggone many of them. What'll we do?
I can hardly lift my fit arms.
Bam!
That stopped. That stopped them.
Not for long. They're hatching up something. Hey, I'm gonna contact the ship. Oh, okay. So maybe okay. Oh, okay. So that's Chuck right. All right. Hey, I'm gonna contact the ship. And get him here to clean up his pirate. All right. Actually, that should have been you, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
no problem. Hey, I'm gonna contact the ship and get them here to clean up this pirate's nest.
Okay, so I think the smaller guy is Spark and the bigger guy is Chuck.
Yeah,
Which I think, which now that I think about it, probably makes more sense because Spark being the radio man,
yeah.
Spark having to do with electronics, you know, and then Chuck like up Chuck or big Chuck, whatever. All right.
Guy sneaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray! I got him!
And a few hours later, a detachment arrives. Yay! Here they come.
Out of the way, you big lug.
Spark and Chuck make hurried explanations. Well, we'll round up the natives and administer the antitoxin. They set out to round up everybody in the colony when suddenly, BAM! Where in the heck did they get the guns?
Hey, one of these guys is missing. I'll bet he's got something to do with it.
I think it's still you.
I'm going after him.
He finally comes up behind his quarry, crouched in a hole with a crew of natives. And then I think it's still Spark.
Oh yeah. What's the matter with you guys?
Him sick. Spark then sneaks back to the cabin. He returns with medicine and administers to the sick man. All night, Spark stays by the stricken one until the first streams of dawn touch the sky, and the crisis is past. Him better. Good medicine. Signals others stop firing. It is now but a simple matter to inoculate the trusting natives. We want good medicine. No get sick no more. Plague will go away. With all in order again, the pirates caught and Spark and Chuck cited for valor. The gobs leave for town. And when we get back, steer clear of me. I got a date at 2:30.
Don't worry, Stoopy. I got one myself at 2:30.
2:30?
What in bleep bleep?
Bleep 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 bleep.
I don't know why I gotta suffer so all the time. All the bleep ungrateful apes bleep.
That fat-headed pest is always around the is usual like a sore thumb. And there we go. Belly Busters in a radio studio. And I know we're probably
Yeah, 11:16 my time.
Yeah, so I know we're already past the 2 hour mark, so I guess that would be a good time to start wrapping up then.
Yeah.
Um,
Hopefully I
but
won't fall asleep during wrap up this time.
well, because now that we're wrapping up, of course we're going to be doing the this day in each history, and then closing it out.
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing because of last week.
Yeah. Well,
I feel a lot
again,
more
if I can get a good rotation going, we hopefully shouldn't have that because we won't have too many people having to do too many weeks in a row like that as co-host.
Yeah.
Because I know you guys have your own lives to lead too. So, yeah. So anyways, at least I did these, and then if people want to go back and watch them again, they can. I'm sure you might want to because I know you missed the first few minutes. So,
tonight, yeah.
But anyways, let's start to wrap up a bit here. So as I said, today being Friday, September the 23rd, why don't we go ahead and take a look back at this day in each history. And still can't seem to get that up to at least 2 viewers. Alrighty then. So anyways, let me just review 98, 2002, 1932, and then 2017. Okay, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this day in each history.
Oh, what's his name? Message me. He tried to get back in, but you didn't see his messages. Back around 11.
Oh, Tim?
Yeah.
Well, he could have probably just used the same link.
No, like he was in the back room, backstage.
Oh, okay.
He's probably not there now. Here, let me see.
Well, yeah. I didn't even see that. If I had seen it over here, yeah, I should have. Yeah, I I didn't even see it because I was. Yeah. Sorry about that, Tim. I'll message him and okay.
Yeah, I just messaged him on Twitter saying he can come on for the last few minutes, depending if
Yeah,
he
well,
can catch it.
he's probably in bed by now, but or
No,
well,
he messaged me
actually,
about
that's right. He's only an hour away, so he might still be.
he messaged me about 4 minutes ago, so 4 or 5 minutes ago.
Okay, I didn't even see him there, so
I'll keep an eye out in the back, and if he comes in, we go over the Nietzsche history. We'll
all
start
right.
going over the Nietzsche history.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, all right. Well, anyways, let's get to Nietzsche history here. So first off, we're gonna head back 90 years ago today on this day in Nietzsche history. We're gonna go all the way back to 1932.
Ooh.
For our first piece of Nietzsche history. And on this date back in 1932, Fleischer Studios' Betty Boop's Bamboo Isle premiered in theaters on this date. You know, it's an 8-minute short. Fleischer Studios, which also, of course, is known for doing Popeye, starring the voice of May Quetzal, who also did Olive Oil's voice for a while there. But on this date, back in 1932, 90 years ago today, Betty Boop's Bamboo Isle was released in theaters. And this was still at a time when, of course, cartoons were used as shorts, usually as a way to kind of warm up the audience before main film. So
Ooh.
there's that. So now moving on to the next piece of Nietzsche history. Going to 1998, I believe, will be our next stop. Okay, so on this date in 1998, as part of the DC 1 million storyline, The Adventures of Superman 1 million went on sale on this date back in 1998 for $1.99, and 32 pages. This name of the story was Keepers of Solitude. As I said, it was part of the DC 1
DC
million.
1 million event. Yeah, I have that comic. I have all the one. I think I have most of the 1 million comics.
So it was on this date back in 1988, which was 24 years ago, that that went on sale.
Oh wow!
So that went on sale 24 years ago today. So look at that. Also heading to back 20 years ago today to 2002. On this date, 20 years ago today, from the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, WWE held its Monday Night Raw event. In the main event saw Ric Flair and Triple H defeat Bubba Ray Dudley and Rob Van Dam. The Kane and the Hurricane defeated the Un-Americans, Christian and Lance Storm, for the WWE Tag Team titles. Chris Jericho would retain the Intercontinental title over Goldust. And Trish Stratus led off the show by retaining the Women's Championship over Molly Holly and Victoria. So, yeah, according to the private chat, I think Tim said bye. So
Yeah, but that was at 11:06. That's before he messaged me, letting him know. But oh well.
Yeah, Did he reply back that he would come on, or did he just
not yet? So he might miss it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that happened. I didn't, obviously, I didn't even realize that
he was there. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Tim. Sorry about that. We were so into the comic, we didn't notice you were there. I'm sorry about that. I would have liked to have you on so you could have commented more on the stuff, but if you want to try to pop, now that if you want to try to pop in for the last couple minutes here, you can if you want. We're just going over the history stuff. It's all good. We're gonna give you. If you want to come in, you can. Just let me. I'm now watching to see if your pic shows up here, so I can bring you in if you want.
He doesn't do a show till Monday. You can come on next Friday when we do this.
We'll have the three of us on again. We can have the three of us on next Friday because Rick's already scheduled. But if you want to come on next Friday, we'll try this again. And then, now we kind of got all the time situation, all that. If you have the time, you want to come on next Friday, Rick? Or I'm sorry, Tim?
Because Mike usually does his news shows Monday to Thursday. The odd time he does a panel show where he doesn't do the news. But usually that's on holidays.
Cool, sure, okay. All right, so I'll have both of you on next Friday then, and will make sure to remind you guys of the time. And I got to just remember that Tim is in Idaho and make sure he understands that it's 7:00 his time, which usually will mean, as I always say, I always ask you guys to come in a little bit early, to kind of get settled in and do whatever administrative work needs to be done. A lot of what we were talking about when Rick was on, or Tim was on, was usually stuff we would have been talking about before the show. So
yeah, just what comic or comics we're gonna read and which stories.
And as we said, and again, as always, primarily I have you guys on for commentary. And if you want to join in the fun of reading along and playing the characters, you're more than welcome to do that too. So, anyways, so we'll try this again next Friday. But before we do that, I got to finish out this day in each history because I do have one more piece in each history, and it's a little late to get in here. All right, so on this date, back about 5 years ago, on this date 5 years ago today, the following animes completed their runs on Japanese TV. Doga Kobo's Hina Logi from Luck and Logic, Kakagori, Compulsive Gambler from Mappa, and Ufotable's Katsugaki Token Rainbow. So those three animes completed their Japanese runs on this date back in 5 years ago today. Kakaguri, I've seen that one. That one's an interesting one. Obviously had some gambling aspects to it. And Ufotable, they've been doing more work. One of the other ones I'm watching with them right now, of course, is Ninja Nonsense. But anyways, so on this date 5 years ago today, Hina Logi from Luck and Logic, Kakaguri, Compulsive Gambler, and Katsugaki Token Rainbow all completed their runs on Japanese TV.
Cool, I guess.
Well, I guess for those who are into anime, no. Anyways, um, so now with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close out. I thank you guys for being here. I know Tim, we had some miscommunication there and some of that, but hopefully next week we'll all be able to come on and we'll have a good old time. Next week we'll be, of course, we'll be looking at some works from. We'll still be in May of 1939. We'll be focusing in on quality comics, feature comics. So we'll be looking at the Clock, or as people on my channel have nicknamed him, Captain Napkin Face. We'll be looking at Black X. We'll be looking at those stories, and then of course going through whatever other stuff we might find in there. So I hope to see you guys back here. Obviously, you two hopefully will be back here next week.
Yeah.
Sure you will. And I hope to see you guys back here on Monday as well, to when we cover the niche news. The niche. Hope to see everybody here every night of the week, Monday through Friday, for the the niche newscast Monday through Thursday with my commentary, and then on Friday, of course, when we look back and look over how comics from right now, 1939, May of 1939. So, anyways, I thank you guys for being here, and I will see y'all later. Bye.
Later.